Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel where today we are going to be restringing this thing today. Now I've made a couple restringing videos with this thing right here. It's a little out of tune, but you know, it's whatever. But the difference between these three guitars and the easiness of restringing them, especially this thing because it has a hard tail bridge, it gets a little bit more difficult when we go to this guitar because it has a Floyd Rose style bridge that I've never worked with before. Yeah, we're gonna take all the strings off. We're gonna give it a good clean, take off some of this plastic right here you can see. Clean up this fretboard because it is just dry as all heck. I also bought this yesterday. So this is the stuff that I've been using for years. This lemon oil. It's barely been even made a dent in it. But I bought this stuff yesterday. It's coconut oil. We're gonna see if it works good. Just as good, or if not better, or if not worse. And yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. These are the strings that I bought for it. They're Tim Henson Signature Ernie Ball strings. We're gonna try them out. They're 9.5s to 46. So we're gonna try that. I have 9s on this, just like classic Ernie Ball 9 gauge strings. I have Ernie Ball Cobalt Slinkies 10s on this thing, and I think some like weird like Dunlop brand on this one. They're like Slipknot signatures or something like that. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. Alright, so we got it on the floor. The first thing I'm going to start with is just undoing these, which shouldn't be too hard. I would hope it wouldn't be. Just loosening all these. I'm just going to take them off. And then, I know some people just like to loosen them, but they have to come off anyways. Because, duh. Ooh, things are flying everywhere. And then, so yeah, we got all those off. And then next, you have to unscrew all those little pegs right there to take these strings out of here. So, I will see you guys when I get to that point. Alright, so problem number 1 has already arisen. One of the blocks to the bridge when I was popping up the B string decided to go completely flying over that direction. So now I need to hopefully find it. If not, I'm kind of screwed. Well, I've been looking for about 45 minutes to an hour now, and I just cannot find it. I took another one of the blocks out just to see what it would look like after being dropped on the floor. It's just one of those. And it's so easily able to be seen because I don't have, like, my floor isn't that dirty. But I cannot find it anywhere. And I'm stumped. Like, I don't know where else to look. I've looked underneath, like, my heater and all that stuff. It's just not there. So I have some more coming. They won't get here till Wednesday, though, which I'll be working. So I just really won't have the time to do it. I mean, I'm even looking, like, on top of my bed. Like, that's how bizarre this is. On how it's just, like, completely disappeared. So I'll clean up a bit more. I'll try and find it. But if I can't, I guess I'll see you guys on Christmas Eve. Alrighty, so after about 30 more minutes of looking, I finally found it. I don't know how. It was in a place that I would have never have thought it would have gone. I'm not going to cancel my Amazon order of the new blocks, because I can guarantee you it's going to happen again one of these times, and I'm just not going to be able to find it. So, let's continue on. Oh my gosh. Alright, so all the blocks are back in. Let's go ahead and start taking the strings off up at the headstock. Alright, so all of the factory strings are off. Now it's time to start giving this thing a little clean. Gonna take off this little plastic bits that have been accumulating over since it came from the factory, I guess. I'm gonna take these pots off that I actually took off from my bass, and I just wanted to see how it looked, and I kind of like it, but hopefully got some of the newer, cooler looking ones coming for Christmas. We'll see though when I do my Christmas haul video this Thursday. But yeah, I'm gonna continue doing this, getting some of the more smaller stuff off of there, and I'll see you guys when I start doing this really dry fretboard. Whew, look at this thing. I have a lot of the stuff coming out. I'm used to my lemon oil one where I have to sit there and squeeze it to actually get something to come out. But look at how thirsty this wood was. You can feel it is just dry. Extremely smooth though. This fretboard is immaculate. But a little bit too much, you can see it kind of pooling, but the way that this one is different though is just to let it sit for 15 minutes. So we're gonna try that. It smells amazing. It smells like coconut and ginger, which it even says on the thing. Ginger, scented with an invigorating ginger fizz, whatever. But yeah, let's continue. Maybe I can see why they say to leave it sitting for 15 minutes, because I did actually put it on a little thick on purpose now, because it is just soaking this stuff right up. I think that's how dry this fretboard was. That's kind of how it was on my RGA up there, and how dry it was, because I don't think it had ever been touched, and I don't know how old that guitar is, but yeah, I guess I'll see you guys when I start scrubbing this stuff off. Alright, so I did polish the fretboard a little bit, as you can see there. But one of the things that I'm going to do real quick is, I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell. I might be able to just a little bit if I can get this to focus. But the neck has a slight back bow to it. So I need to do some truss rod adjustments. Gonna take a little tree here off, and then take that off, and then I'll use this new tool, this new truss rod adjustment tool that I got, which is so much more easier than using a Allen key, because it has a whole handle and everything. But yeah, everything's going pretty, other than these blocks falling out, which they shouldn't now. I mean, they're not easy to pop out or anything, at least with this one. I don't know, I could just be lying, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do some truss rod adjustments. Alright, so I think I got this pretty straight. I might do like another like slight half turn, but I think I got this thing just perfectly straight. I might do a little bit more, but I mean, this tool right here has helped out so much. So alright, so I think we are about perfect. And yeah, one of the things I did notice when I did first get it was I had to raise the stuff at the bridge, so I could raise the action a little bit without having to worry about taking the strings off and adjusting the truss rod just yet. But I did have some buzzing around these first, about like frets from like 3 all the way to like 7 or 8 would buzz a little bit. Not a little bit, but a lot. There was no space between the string and the fret, so I ended up raising the bridge height a little bit, and that fixed it temporarily, with the action being way too high down here, obviously, but now we should be just about perfect. So let's start cleaning it up, putting everything back, and I'll see you guys before I put the strings on it. Alrighty, so I'm going through with the coconut oil one more time on this beautiful Jatova fretboard. And just look how dirty it is still. I'm pretty sure I played this exact same guitar at the Guitar Center in Colorado Springs, because I had noticed that it didn't have the little knob for the blade switch all the way back then, and it looks and feels, and it, you know, when I bought it, it still didn't have the little knob for that. So I'm pretty sure this is the exact same guitar that I played about 7 months ago before I bought this guitar. So yeah, it's pretty nasty. So a bunch of people obviously have, I'm pretty sure, played it in between that time. Not sure why no one picked it up though. This JEMJR is probably my favorite. It is my favorite guitar that I own, but obviously, but yeah, just something I thought I'd point out because it was pretty nasty. Alright, so fretboard is looking snazzy. We're gonna start putting these strings on, but before I need to put the tree and Actually, I might wait to put the tree on, but I need to put the truss rod plate back on. But real quick, I want to open this because, at least with my experience, and one of the reasons why I love Ernie Ball strings so much, is because every time I open them, the package smells like baked cookies. I don't know if that's just me. It probably is just me, but we're gonna try this with Tim Henson's signature strings. All right, package is open, and it doesn't smell like baked cookies. What the heck, Tim Henson? What's wrong with you? No cookie smell. Already off to a bad start with these strings. I've never used them before. They only go up to a 46, which is very thin. Which, when I put 9s on this one, I was like, wow, these are like perfect for this guitar. Because I think I had 10s on it. I think that's what I mostly kept on this guitar, was 10s, and I think that's too thick for the way I want to play this AZ. I have 10s on this one, on my RGA, which I think really fit that guitar really well. And I think 11s on that one. But anyways, let's go ahead and start throwing these on. I know there was one way that I could have done this, where I could have taken one string off at a time and then a new one on, just to keep the tension on the bridge. But I didn't want to do that because I did want to give, and I might not ever do it that way, because I did want to give the fretboard and everything a good clean. I know that is one way to do it, but I have the tension being kept with this old plate to that thing that I lost the screws to. We're not going to talk about that. But yeah, we got it's all polished and clean and shiny. Look at that. It's looking pretty good. So, I mean, man, with this fretboard now being, conditioned and has some moisture in it, really can see just how nice this wood looks, because it's Jatoba, just like these two guitars right here. That's rosewood, but yeah, these both are Jatoba wood fretboards, and I really like them. And I do like it on this, and it actually looks like Jatoba wood now and not plywood. But anyways, let's continue. Alrighty, first string is on. Yeah, I strung them. Who am I saying? What am I saying? I put on the strings in backwards. And here we got that tightened down here at the block. Hopefully I have it tight enough. And then, so now I'm actually going to do the E string so that I can even out the tension a bit on the bridge, because as you can see, now that there's tension on one side, and then I'll just kind of work my way inwards. I think that's how I'm going to do this one. And then once I get that all set up, I'm going to put the tree back on. At least I think that's what that's called. I could be saying that completely wrong this entire video. But anyways, yeah, let's continue. And I will see you guys possibly when I am all done stringing this thing up. All right, and here we are. We have it tuned up. Locking tuners are back on, so is the tree. It's, for the most part, tuned. I need to do some tuning at the bridge, but after many, what felt like hours of back and forth between the bridge and the tuning, I think we're good. I'm going to put the back plate back on, and we'll get to playing it. Here we are. Trying to break in the bridge a bit, which is going back and forth on the whammy bar. I'm doing stuff like that, yeah, stuff like that. I've been trying to learn how to do that. I'm kind of getting it, but you know. Kind of, we're getting there somewhere, but anyways, so see, this is my thoughts on the strings. I like them. I mean, they feel like any other Ernie Ball string. Cool stuff like that. Hold on. Like I said, I'm not warmed up today at all. Still trying to learn dive bombs and squeals and stuff. We'll get more consistent with it, but anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna play with it some more, break in these strings a bit more. JEMJR song that sounds like that, but I can't put my finger on it. There's a good one to end it out. But anyways, I think that's going to about do it for this guitar. The fretboard feels so much better. And it looks so much better because it's darker now. I mean, it looks more like an actual gem because dry Jatoba wood is never good. I've heard it cracks so easily. Anyways, well, thank you guys so much for joining me on this fun little emotional roller coaster of a journey. Yeah, this is fun. I was scared at first to string this guitar. I didn't want to, because I knew it was gonna be hard, and I'm like, I'm used to a guitar string change taking like 15 minutes. This took 2 hours, probably longer. I have actually no idea what time it is. It's like 3:09. I think I started this right at like 1 o'clock. So about 2 hours it took to restring this guitar for the first time. I'm sure I'll get better and I won't need to be looking for a block for an hour and a half, but no, I haven't played Master Puppets in forever. I like the strings. I definitely like those, but I also got to thinking, I'm pretty sure Ernie Ball already makes like a 9.5 gauge set that's very similar to these. I'll have to see what the differences are. The action is, it's slightly too high, but I think if I lower it anymore, I'm going to start getting buzzing towards like this end, but it up, but whatever. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, make sure you guys leave a like because it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, make sure you guys subscribe and share with your friends, spread the word about my channel. If you guys want to see more guitar vids, make sure you guys let me know because I really do enjoy making them. Again, after so long. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!